Welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we will be talking about Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be not finishing. Nowhere near finished. Not even a little bit.
Just over a third of the way done at this point.
At this point, yeah, you're absolutely right. We will be continuing our Star Wars saga with Solo, which is a side story of what would you call it? Not side story, what would you call it? The origin story of a young Han Solo. You may know him, you may not. But this is actually going in order because obviously in real life we meet Han Solo when he's an adult in number 4, A New Hope. And then we get Han Solo after Force Awakens. We get the Solo story. But this time, we get it first. So, thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter, at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. So let's get straight into the plot. Young Chris.
All right. So Han Solo, Han, is a young scoundrel, street urchin, thief, ring of thieves, I guess.
Yeah, first off,
or like a family.
Can I say you're using all the good words?
They've always called him a scoundrel in so many different things. I used to play the old Star Wars collectible card game, and I'm pretty sure it was in his description. It was like him and other characters I think had it also, scoundrel. I was like, yes, perfect, because he's not a great guy when we meet him.
Fair.
And he's like, he does some morally gray things here and there over the years. Okay. But he's, he gets his act together, becomes a family man in the future, sorta. And that he has a family and he is a man.
Facts.
And he leaves them for a little while. Anywho, he's part of this, ring or family, so-called family of thieves under someone called Lady Proxima.
Yes. Who
it turns out is some kind of weird swimming pool dwelling worm.
Yeah, I wasn't for sure if she was like a millipede.
I don't know,
like a centipede.
Yeah, I guess I can't say snake or worm because she had arms or legs or whatever.
She had a lot of them too.
Yeah.
So,
but him and is it Qi'ra are a part of this group, and this is not what either of them want to do with their lives. Han wants to be a pilot through any means necessary. He's like, I want to get out there on Corellia. He says, I want to get off this planet and be a pilot, and we'll just be free. We can be free of this lifestyle. Yep. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And he pulls out off screen, pulls off a heist of his own that when he's out supposed to be doing another job, gets his hands on some, was it coaxium?
Yes.
He gets his hands on a little bit of it so they can buy their way off the planet, and steals a speeder. He pretends that a rock is a thermal detonator to get out of this ring of thieves, because they're just like, oh, well, you failed your job, so we're going to kill you. He throws a rock through the window of this place, and sunlight comes in, burns up this Lady Proxima and the other dudes in the thing, because they're all of her heavies are in the same general race or species that she is, but they have suits on.
Yeah.
So burns her up. She's out of the picture. They run out of there, get in a car chase. They're trying to leave the planet, and the Empire is already there, has been there, roughing people up, giving people a hard time, trying to press gang people to join. They bribe their way off the planet, or through the customs gate. Or at least Han does.
Yeah.
Qi'ra gets got by the people following him. And Han kind of has no other choice but to join the Empire, to enlist in the Imperial forces, to get off the planet real quick.
Yep.
And he says, I want to be a pilot. He doesn't. He doesn't be a pilot. But in enlisting with the Empire, he falls in with Tobias Beckett, Woody Harrelson, amazing. Falls in with his band of other scoundrels and tries to do a job with them, but not before he meets Chewbacca. After he's labeled a deserter and they try to feed him to Chewbacca. And they have pretty much a backyard wrestling match in a pit. And they escape, join his band of thieves, join a new band of thieves and scoundrels, and leave the planet to go on their own adventure.
Facts.
And they fall in with worse and worse people. And try not to die.
Yeah.
And he learns a lot about the worlds that exist. He learns a lot about himself and the people in the universe that are also pieces of shit.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
That's the plot. I kind of went in detail about some things and just glossed over some other stuff, but that's the plot. Without giving too much away, that's the plot.
I love it. No. That's a fair assessment. I think it was a great plot.
I almost didn't talk about Chewy, which how could I not? Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so let me go through this cast then. How about that? Okay, some of these names I don't know.
Yeah.
These are real names. I'm lost.
I mean,
but I'll get there.
What's a fake name?
Han Solo.
Yes, it is. Because they never said his real last name.
That is also true.
He said, who are your people? I don't have people. Name? Mario.
Mario. Exactly.
Last name? Mario. First name? Luigi Mario.
All fair. That movie sounds familiar.
That's all I could think of at that part is like name. I don't know the last name. Mario.
All right, let's see. So playing a young Han Solo, we have Alden Ehrenreich is what I think his name is. He plays a young Han Solo. Honestly, I think he does a great job. I've never seen anything else he's been in.
Nope.
So there's that. But yeah, so we're going to skip right past him. So the next guy on the list is Joonas. I'm going to say Joonas because it's double O's. Joonas Suotamo. He plays Chewbacca. And he's only ever played Chewbacca. And that is it. I assume he has to be 6'7", because why else would he play only Chewbacca?
Hey, if I could have that on my resume.
No, to be fair, yes. But he's been in 5 movies and they're all Chewbacca. So,
I'm all right
good
with
for him. Yeah, no, absolutely. Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Woody Harrelson as Tobias Beckett.
Yes.
Woody Harrelson, great guy. You don't know him. He's so good. He's good in this. He's good in Zombieland 1 and 2. He was Kingpin, which I never seen.
The movie Kingpin?
Yeah. I have seen it, but I was too young to care about that movie.
I've seen it, and I was like,
wish you hadn't seen it?
I didn't wish I hadn't seen it. Somebody built it up.
Would you watch it again?
I don't know. Probably. So I just remember somebody building it up to me as being like an amazing movie, and I was like, that's okay.
Have you ever seen, what's the one about the dude? What movie
The Big Lebowski?
You seen that?
I love that movie.
You love that movie?
Yes.
Okay. That's one of your top favorites, right?
It was one of the ones I pitched. It was one of my 5 when we made our 5 lists, our list of 5 movies to do for the podcast. That was on my list.
So nothing Kingpin, I think of Big Lebowski.
Okay.
I've never seen either. I think I've seen Kingpin, but that's what I think
The Big Lebowski is a movie with bowling in it. Kingpin is a movie about bowling.
No, yeah. I know there's a difference. I just
Randy
don't.
Quaid's in it as an Amish guy. It's weird.
He's crazy, by the way, in real life.
Yes.
I'm step away from that. But yeah, Woody Harrelson, he was also in White Man Can't Jump. He was also in The People vs. Larry Flint. He was in Money Train with Wesley Snipes. Money Train is a great movie. I love that movie. Wesley Snipes. So Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson were in White Man Can't Jump with Rosie Perez. Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, and J-Lo were in Money Train. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson were brothers. They were adopted by the same family. So they're brothers, and they're cops. and they think about robbing a train. A train full of money that goes...
I was going to say, it's a train full of money.
It's a train full of money, and it's money that's supposed to either be discarded or destroyed. And so they put everything... It's New Year's Eve. It's in New York, and they're supposed to like discard all this money, and it's billions of dollars on this train. And so they're like, let's rob it. And so then that sets up motion and whatever. But they're cops. They are cops.
So Woody Harrelson likes to rob trains.
Fair.
Apparently.
Because he does it in this movie.
Yep.
Let's see. He was also in The Hunger Games. I think that's it.
He was in the new Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah, you said that.
But I didn't see... I've seen clips of them or like pieces of them on TV. I never really cared enough to watch those movies.
I saw the first one. Because the first one had James Franco in it. And I didn't see the second one, the sequel to that. So yeah, Woody Harrelson, great actor, good love him. Next up, Chris's personal favorite, we have Emilia Clarke.
Hey, I've come to terms with this.
That's fair.
I came to terms with this while we were watching.
That is true.
I've learned I don't hate Emilia Clarke.
Can I say though that was like a kind of like a realization like halfway through the movie because I was like, hey, you don't like
at the beginning of it, you're like you hate her, right? And I was like,
you're like, yeah, well, kind of. And I was like, okay. And then like out of nowhere, you're like, I don't have a problem with her. It's just Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's not her. It's Game of Thrones.
The funniest thing though, I wasn't saying anything about her when you said that. Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
I was like, so anyway, you're like, we weren't talking.
We're not talking.
We weren't talking. I'm going to call you later. I'm going to tell you what.
I thought it was so funny.
So anyway, the thing about Emilia Clarke is, and you're like, I was asleep. Like, who is this?
That did happen.
From a different number. Like, who is this? Like, oh, Emilia Clarke talk is Chris.
Yeah. So I only know her from this movie. And I said she was Australian. She's not. She's English. She's from London. But she was in this movie. She was also in Game of Thrones, which I have never seen. And then she's also in Terminator Genesis. And that's the only movies I've seen her in. So I like her. I think she's great. Obviously Chris does too. So
No, I've come to terms with this. I don't. Yeah, we're cool.
I'm
we're
saying.
cool.
I said it. I was like, I like her, but I don't want to say you don't.
Emilia Clarke and I are cool.
Yeah, cool. Get her on the show. If you're that cool,
we could try. I'll reach out to her.
You can't disappoint a pitcher.
Have your people, which is me, contact her people, which is her, and we'll talk. We'll have a powwow. We'll have a sit down. We'll talk.
So, speaking of you can't disappoint a pitcher, next up, Donald Glover.
Yes.
Segway.
Not just a scooter, folks.
Not just an opening of a game. Segway. Classic. Donald Glover, you may know him as Childish Gambino. I think that's the only two names he goes by. But Donald Glover's great. He was Uncle Erin in Spider-Man Homecoming. But he wasn't really Uncle Erin, but he was the Prowler. So that was him.
He was just like a dude in a parking garage, wasn't he?
No, he was supposed to be a Prowler.
Wait, in Homecoming?
Yeah, that was gonna be like his. If he would have stayed on, that's what they said he was supposed to be.
Oh,
like he was supposed to be. That was the whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they said it in the thing, but I'm pretty sure because he had a rap sheet too.
Yeah,
they showed that somewhere. I don't know where, but he's supposed to be a Prowler apparently. So yeah, I don't know, but he also he was also in Community.
Yes,
great show. He was also in this movie, obviously, and
isn't he on? Isn't it called like Georgia?
Oh, ATL.
ATL, yeah.
Or Atlanta, I think it's called Atlanta. He actually produces that, or directs that or something, but he's in it too. But he plays a young Lando Calrissian.
Yes.
Great guy.
Next, he's in I just had it. I forgot he was Simba in The Lion King.
Oh yeah, I never watched
the new
it.
one.
No,
it wasn't bad. It didn't have Nathan Lane in it, but
you
it
watched
wasn't
it?
bad. Yeah.
I'm not too high on live action.
Well, I mean, technically it wasn't live action.
Also,
but they wanted it to look real.
It wasn't
and
live
did.
action.
It looked good.
Just if you can't get the lions to speak, then can we just keep it a cartoon?
Just put peanut butter in their mouths and make them move it like
Please.
they did with Mr. Ed.
Yeah, keep teeth the same. I just want to make sure this is real as possible. Either way. Let's see. Next up, we have Thandie Newton. She played Val. She was Tobias Beckett's girlfriend, wife, etc. Thandie Newton's great. I love her. She's been great in everything. She was in Mission Impossible 2. She was in this. She was in a movie called Crash that I would recommend, but don't ever watch. Very hurtful. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She was L337. I don't really know her, so I'm going to skip.
Yeah, I don't really see a ton of things in her list that I know.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up, Vision. Vision's great. He can transform into any character, and I love this. His real name is Paul Bettany.
He is our link to the Marvel Universe.
Is he the only?
No, he's not.
I'm about to say
Definitely not.
I just talked about Donald Glover.
He's second on the list of at least 3 that we're going to get to in this movie.
3 more. One's next.
3 more.
Yeah. So either way, Paul Bettany, he plays Dryden Vos. Great character also, but Paul Bettany's been in this. He was Vision in all the Marvel movies. So was he? He was the voice the whole time?
He was Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis. Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the name. So he was the voice the whole time. So he's been in almost all the movies too. He was also in. I talk about it a lot. The Da Vinci Code. Mm-hmm. He was amazing in it, and I love him in it. And he was a freak of nature in it. He was also in this movie called Angel? No. Damn it. I can't think of it. I'm going to have to look it up. But he was in a movie where he played the Archangel David or something like that.
Okay.
And it was him. It was Tyrese. Legion. Yes. Okay. He was the, what did I say? The Archangel David, I think it was called.
On this, it lists him as Michael.
Michael, the Archangel Michael. Okay.
Michael.
He was amazing. So that's him on the cover. Mm-hmm. So he was an actual angel, right? So he came down to protect because hell, whoever, the devil, what's his name? Judas, he sent up these fallen angels to get a newborn child. If the newborn child is born, like it wasn't born yet, she was still pregnant, but if it's born, this person saves the earth or whatever, however the story goes. So Michael actually does not get sent down from heaven. Actually, no, I'm totally wrong. He does not get sent down from heaven. He actually disobeys God to come protect the child. God wants the child to die. So God sends down these demons. I forgot about this. He sends down these demons to come and get the child. The demons are just people being infected by Holy Spirit, I guess, or whatever. Well, they don't get infected by bites or anything. They just go crazy and they can like run fast and all sorts of stuff. It's kind of like a zombie movie, but they're demons and they're coming to kill this baby. And it's to the point where they're all trapped in a diner in the middle of nowhere. This old lady, she ends up eating somebody. Like she's like 90 years old. She's the only one. She's like the only person in the restaurant they haven't like put the camera on. They go to her and she's like, "Oh, hi, honey." And she was like, "What? Can I get you another coffee?" She said, "No, you can give me your fucking baby." And then it just gets, and then she starts crawling on the walls and shit.
I gotta see this movie.
It's a great movie. It is a great movie. I am not gonna kid you. It is I love it. It's kind of cheesy. Oh, the guy from Tokyo Drift is in there. The guy with the accent. He can't hide it. Shit. He was a kid in like Sling Blade.
In Legion?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
He's an adult now, but he was definitely in the Fast and Furious movie. I can tell you who he is. It's right here. Lucas Black. That's his name.
Huh.
His name in the movie, his name is Jeep Hansen. Jeep Hansen. How about that? Either way, enough about ball bending.
Jeep.
Okay. So, next up, and I called it because I thought I knew this, but I wasn't for sure. Jon Favreau.
Yep, you did call it.
Happy. He plays Rio. He's a voice of Rio, which is kind of like a monkey alien kind of thing. He's hilarious. Jon Favreau. I don't even need to talk about his records. He's great. He's amazing. He does great things. I've always loved him.
He makes great things. Also,
yeah, he does Mandalorian.
Like besides like acting and things, like he's good at like producing.
He did Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
He did all three of them, right?
I think so.
And
aside from being in them,
yeah, I didn't know he did Iron Man to the third one. I had no idea because I didn't care. I still don't. But I mean, like I didn't know, and I was like, oh, he did this. Like, oh, that's amazing. Like, whatever. But yes, he's the main guy for Mandalorian.
I wouldn't be mad if they let him make a couple Star Wars movies. To be honest,
no, me neither. Have you seen the behind the scenes stuff?
I have not.
When they talk about the directors,
I haven't.
Have you seen what I'm talking about though?
Yeah, it always comes up at the end of the episode. I haven't watched them yet.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's how I found out Bryce Dallas Howard does it.
Yeah, I saw her name come up and I was like, oh no, there you go.
Yeah, she does Bryce a great Dallas. Job. She did the.
She's got to put Uncle Clint in a movie.
She does a. What did she do? She in the first season. What's the one chick's name that was in Deadpool? She's not a Mandalorian, but she's like a bigger chick. She's not big, but she's kind of like she's a beast. She works with the Mandalorians.
Cara Dune?
Yes.
Gina Carano?
Yes. She is.
Oh shit! That was her in Deadpool, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
The one that beat the shit out of Colossus.
Yes.
Amazing. I forgot about that.
Yeah. She did that episode when they were at the town and they had to take down that whatever, the two-leg thing in the first season. She did that episode. I forgot what other episode she did in the first season. But in this season, I think she's already done 2 episodes too.
Yeah, I think she did a couple of the more recent ones. I think she did one of the more recent ones.
Yeah,
in the
I saw her
season.
name. So yeah. So either way,
runs in the family, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. So that's Jon Favreau. Let's see. Anybody else who I want to talk about? Warwick Davis.
Yep.
He's in this movie. He's been in like 4 of them already. We've only done 4.
He's been in a bunch.
Yeah. So he's been in it.
So there's at least.
Oh, Linda Hunt, Lady Proxima. She's great. She does. She's shoot. Not Maddie. What the hell is her name? She's one of my favorite shows. She's in NCIS.
Oh.
And she does a lot of voice work. Hetty is her name. But NCIS Los Angeles. She's amazing. And also, she does a lot of voiceover. She did voiceover for God of War.
Oh, like all of them.
Yep. But she does a lot of voice. She has a very, very unique voice. She's also like 5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit 5 feet tall. But no, she's great. She's amazing. But she did Lady Proxima. And then obviously Clint Howard, he's in it.
Obviously.
I feel like Chris wants me to say that Anthony Daniels was in it.
Yes, not as C-3PO.
Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yeah.
I felt it. I was like,
and I know there's another one that you want to say.
Who? Ray Park?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't stick my. I don't care about these people.
You're not putting it out there for them. They're not listening.
Yeah, fair.
That we know of.
I didn't know that was actually Ray Park. I thought it didn't look like him.
Yeah.
Like it didn't look. So when they first did the spoiler alert, when they first did the Darth Maul scene, look like Darth Maul. Then right when he does the lightsaber, does not look like him at all. And I was like, who is this guy? They switch actors like in the middle? Like what happened? But it's Ray Park. He did Darth Maul in episode 1. He's back with no legs in this episode.
He has new legs. He has shiny new legs.
Yeah, he does. I forgot about that.
I just watched the other day the episode of the Clone Wars where they find him for the first time after episode 1, and he has, like, from the chest down, has a metallic spider body.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, and, like, he's crazy. And then they bring him back to Dathomir, the home planet.
Yeah.
And then they give him just two legs after that.
Because wasn't it his brother who found him?
Savage Opress finds him.
Yes, I did see that.
He's like, brother, and he's just going crazy.
Yep, I do remember that. You're absolutely right. So yeah, that's it. That's a cast.
Yeah. There's some people in this movie.
Hopefully.
I mean, there's good. I feel like again, I know it's not like one of the big entries, but a lot of Star Wars movies, after the originals, have a lot of bigger name people in it. Because the originals kind of made those people into big names.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
And then now they're like, okay, well, like let's get some big names in these movies.
Yeah.
Now that it's a bigger franchise,
I guess you kind of have to, though.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Even if you think about it, there might be some big names, but there's a lot of not big names in these movies.
And I kind of like that, too.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Like, the one girl, I didn't say her name, Erin Kellyman. I don't know why, but I really liked her, and I think she's going to do great. Who am I to say about an actor, but she seemed really...
Oh, the one who played Enfys Nest?
Enfys Nest, yeah. It's weird because I didn't know I spelled it right, but I did. But she was 20 when this movie came out. She looks like she's 11, by the way.
And she hasn't been in a ton of stuff either.
No.
From the looks of her casting stuff.
I haven't seen any of these shows.
Nope.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like she did well. I mean, she did really, really well in this movie. But then again, she was the voice. But just, I mean, she was great. But either way. So yeah, and then obviously Han Solo's really small. Emilia Clarke isn't small, but I mean, besides Game of Thrones, a lot of people don't know her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like small but not small, whatever.
I'd say like you could make a claim that Woody Harrelson is like the biggest name in the movie.
Yeah.
At a certain point, because even Paul Bettany, like I feel like you either know him or you don't know him.
Yeah, fair.
Woody Harrelson's been around for long enough. You'd be like, oh, I've seen him in that.
Yeah, I would say either Woody Harrelson and Donald Glover. Probably the two.
Yeah.
Because even Thandie Newton, like you said, you either know her or you don't.
Yeah.
You know. So it is what it is. I get it. So either way, let's get to some likes.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I kind of. You go first. I know I have at least one that you don't have.
Oh,
I know I have at least one that you don't have.
You have a lot more. I just be writing shit down. I have no rhyme or reason for my shit. Oh, by the way, we drinking slushies from a place redacted.
Yeah.
A slow direction. Gas station. Apparently, I like. What did I say?
Like tea.
The strawberry brisk
like
iced tea. That one, and then cherry as always, and the blue raspberry as always. That's all I ever get. So,
yeah, I stuck with the old cherry cola because I'm old fashioned. I'm too set in my ways to change, and I saw a Sprite one after the fact.
Yeah, there was a Sprite
next time,
one.
I think I'm gonna go Sprite and blue raspberry.
I feel like that whole area was new.
Yeah,
I was
or it was like at least new flavors.
Yeah, because the Sprite was never there.
No.
I
think I might go Sprite blue raspberry next time, or Sprite cherry, one or the other.
It's a good, yeah. You gotta do a whole bunch of different flavors.
Yeah,
you gotta do more than two.
Maybe I'll do Sprite, cherry, and blue raspberry.
Okay.
Okay. Do a little bomb pop, a little swirly.
Yeah. Okay. I just want trying to open up your mind.
Open it up. Step in. You won't like it.
Maybe
you will not like it in there.
It's spacious. No, I'm just.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all.
It's open.
It's just funny.
It's open. Just tumbleweeds. Just
Have you ever seen? Oh, is it Homer or is it Peter? Where they go inside his mind, and there's like a part of his brain is reading a book, and he's reading a book, and all of a sudden, like, the camera zooms in on him, and like one of his other brain cells like goes away or something. He looks around and goes, "I'm the only one left."
I think that's a Family Guy one.
I'm the only one left. Oh my God! All these books.
Yes.
And his glasses
they do
fall off.
The Twilight Zone thing.
Yeah. And his glasses fall off and break, and he goes, "No, Batman."
Every time they show Homer's brain, it's usually like a cartoon character.
Yeah, this is like a monkey.
One time it's like a cartoon turtle, like banging on its chest to Old MacDonald. And they cut back to him. And he's like,
exactly.
Yeah, yes. He's like humming along to it.
So that's me. Okay. All right. Either way. So, likes.
Hit it.
First one. Thermal detonator scene. Han Solo. He grabs a rock and he goes, "I'm gonna blow us all up with this thermal detonator." She goes, "You just did that with your mouth." "No, I didn't." "Yes, you did. I saw you." "No, I did not." I don't know why. It's the dumbest thing, but it's so funny. And knowing that Ron Howard directed this movie makes it even better. Because he's just a silly goose. That guy.
He's a big
he's
silly goose.
so funny. He was hilarious in season 5 of Arrested Development.
Oh, he was hilarious in all of them.
He really was.
But when he was like on camera?
Yeah, on camera.
Definitely.
Yeah, on camera. When he was so funny. I was like, this guy, he's just hilarious. But I don't know. It's just a funny scene. It really reminds me of Han Solo because he's kind of funny. Like, he's not always serious.
No.
You know? And I'm okay with that. If that's not your thing, like, I'll save it for a different. I'm thinking of episode 8. So let me stop.
Oh.
Yeah, it had nothing to do. This has nothing to do with Han Solo, but it's something else. But whatever. I'm going to forget it, so I'll just say it. So I was going to say, like, Han Solo is not always serious. Like, Luke was always serious. Then in episode 8, he really wasn't.
No.
He was kind of funny.
And a lot of people hated that.
But I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, because in what, episode 4, he's like, "I got to get off this planet, man. I got to get out there and join the rebellion." And then episode 5, he's like, "I got to train to become a Jedi." And then episode 6, like, "I got to kill my dad."
He doesn't really have a lot of fun.
No.
So I think that's why him being fun in 8, kind of, I was like,
threw some people off.
I was like, yeah, I kind of like that though. Yeah. But he wasn't even like fun. He was just funny.
Yeah.
But that's how old people get when they get old.
Yeah, they don't care anymore.
They don't give a shit.
Like,
he
I'll
didn't
say whatever.
Care. He drank some unpasteurized milk straight from the teat.
I was just gonna say the teat of whatever that thing was.
Whatever, chill. It was chilling.
While it watched
him. The way I look when I'm chilling.
Watched him doing it too.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, let me stop.
Get in there.
So, again, funny part. I loved it. It was great. There was a line, and it reminded me of a comedian's joke. Hanzo goes, What are we doing next?" He was like, "Just take orders." And then he goes, "Okay, but that's fine. But what are we doing? What's our next assignment?" And the captain or whoever he was goes, "We gotta hunt down the hostiles or something." Mm-hmm. He's like, "We're on their planet. We're the hostiles." Yep. And it reminded me of, this isn't really political for me, but maybe for some people. But it reminded me of Cat Williams, his joke from one of his first stand-ups. He goes, he's funny, obviously, but he goes, "Have you ever seen," he's like, "they always talk about on the news insurgents." He was like, "Have you ever seen an insurgent's uniform?" He was like, "We have uniforms. Have you ever seen an insurgent uniform?" He was like, "No, you haven't, because we're not killing insurgents. We killing them. We're killing men, women, and children." And I was like, oh, it's true. Like, we're the ones who are being hostile because they don't have uniforms, because they're not like, either way. Yeah, that's my whole thing.
There's a lot of people who live in this country who apparently dream for the chance to be the insurgents against their own government. strangely enough.
When it fits their...
Yeah, when it fits their agenda. Like, man, let my government try something on that. I'm going to insurge them so hard, but I'm not going to call it that.
No.
I'm going to call myself
protecting my friends.
I don't know, yeah, I'm going to stand my ground, or I'm going to be a militia-man, or whatever. I'm going to be a...
militia-man.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
And the Village People didn't write a song about that one. They didn't want to be a militia-man. They wanted to be a macho man.
Let me tell you about
it. Side note, I love that song.
That's a great song.
I love that song.
How can you not?
If I'm getting ready in the morning and that song comes on Spotify, I am going to have a good day.
What's your... oh, yeah, okay, that's a whole different song. Never mind.
What?
I was going to say, what's your password? I don't know.
It's fun to stay at the... Oh.
Got it. Either way.
It's funny that he knew that one, but he didn't know Staying Alive.
Stupid. Either way.
Anywho.
So that's, I don't know. It's just a great thing. It's a thing where Han, who doesn't know, Han, who doesn't know where he doesn't care about what side he's on. He doesn't care about the cause, but he understands that we aren't the good guys because he was fighting for the Republic.
No, he's fighting for the Empire.
The Empire. Sorry. I can never get them. It all seems the same.
Almost.
I feel you, Anakin. It all seems the same. Let's see. And I wrote this down before the cast, by the way. Rio, in parentheses, Favreau, nod to Harrison Ford. Very, very, very small scene, and I loved it. Which made me think, did Favreau have some writing in this? Because he could have.
What do you mean?
Okay, right before he gets shot,
mm-hmm.
he's on there. He's like, "Hey, Enfys is here," or something, whatever he says, or what Harrelson says to him. He's like, "Okay." He's like, "We need to do something with the ship," and he goes, "All right, I got some people on my ship, blah, blah, blah." And he turns around and he goes, "Get off my ship." I was like,
"Get off my plane."
I was like, come on. That can't be an accident. Come on, Harrison. Where you at? I was like, and I've seen the fucking Air Force One. Mm-hmm. Great movie. I don't even know if it's great. I've seen it like twice. And I seen it like 30 years ago. How old am I? Yeah, when I was 4. What?
No.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Another nod and possible jab at Harrison Ford.
I don't think it was a jab. I think it was like a tip of the cap.
I mean, mine might be a possible jab at Harrison Ford. In what's Paul Bettany's name again?
Vision.
Yes.
His real name
in the movie?
Dryden Vos.
Dryden Vos, yeah. In his trophy room, there's a big crystal skull in there. And I was
there
like,
is. You gotta love it.
Because I like that. Honestly, I like that one. I'm not going to lie. I liked all those. I liked all the Indiana Jones movies.
Oh, yeah.
But everyone hated Crystal Skull.
Oh.
A lot of fans hated Crystal Skull. And I don't know if that was on purpose, but I saw it and I was like, Also, he had a suit of Mandalorian armor in there.
You did say that.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing. I didn't know what you were talking about. Even after you said it, I was like, who's wearing the arm? This guy? I was like, they have it on black. What's he talking about? I had no clue. I was like,
it was just in the background in a couple shots.
I was lost for about 30 minutes. I was just like, oh,
yeah, because at one point I was like, oh, he's got Mandalorian armor in there. And you were like, okay. And then it showed up in a scene later, like, there it is. And it was gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I fell asleep. Either way.
That's a good sign.
Same. So that's just a small thing, and I loved it. Let's see. I wrote something now. I don't know what it means.
Uh-oh.
I have no idea. Nobody I trust more? Does that ring a bell?
Not to me.
Same. That's a dislike now.
Dislike. I didn't get it.
I don't know why I wrote that. I really don't.
Trust more. I don't know.
Yep. No clue. Okay. Next up. Dryden Vos / Vision. He will always be Vision to me. I love him.
That's fair.
He's also going to be in Wanda and Vision. Can't wait to watch that.
I'm excited for that.
That looks
it's
so
probably
good.
going to be messed up.
Is that on Disney Plus?
Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about it.
Oh.
I know nothing about the comic books. So I'm just excited.
I don't know if it has to do with comics. I'm not sure.
Is it not?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think there's probably going to be some association with it, but I don't think it's like based on. I don't know if it's based on a comic or anything.
I thought it was based on
because I know in the some of the teasers and stuff they've shown like her in her old comic outfit with like the red headdress and stuff.
Yeah, him too.
He's like the red and green with the cape. I mean, which isn't too far off from his actual movie outfit. It's just more colorful.
Well, I can't wait.
I'm excited for it. It's supposed to be kind of messed up, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't want to know anything else. I was gonna say why, and I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't think I will. I don't want to know anything else. I haven't watched the Wonder Woman trailer, the new one. I haven't watched anything about Baby Yoda, Grogu. I haven't watched anything about that. Don't talk to me about it. I don't want to know.
I won't.
I haven't watched.
You're only one episode behind, which is a lot better than you were doing last week.
Dude, I watched like 3 straight.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
Yeah, because you were like this one, you were like this, and then this. And I was like, oh, you're watching it.
Yeah, when I texted you.
And then today I was like, did you watch the new one? Nah.
I asked you.
Oh, you guys? Yeah. And I was like, yeah. And you're like, you? No.
Spoiler alert. Don't.
No. No.
Yeah, so, no, I guess I text you. I was like, what did I text you? I was like, Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Like, exclamation mark. Then I was like, Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah. Yeah, you were like spiders. And then the next week you were like Sasha Banks. Yes.
Dude, those spiders.
No, thank you.
Oh my God, I would have died.
Yeah.
By the way,
I would have just
curled up into a ball.
I think I would have jumped in that hot tub and just drowned myself.
Dude, there's no way I would have. Either way, I was freaking out.
No,
my girlfriend told you. I was like,
yeah.
I could not stop screaming. I was like, they were huge. This isn't
when it looked like he was getting away and the one jumped on his ship. Ugh.
That took me for.
Yeah.
I was like,
I gasped at the TV. I was like,
I was like, oh my God.
Let me take a minute.
I was like, I can't do this anymore. I know it's almost over.
I do believe I'm getting the vapors.
I was so done. Either way, show off that. Dryden Vos Vision. Back to that. I don't know what was wrong with his face. Loved it.
Yeah, like every time he kind of got worked up.
Yes.
I don't know if those are like scars or veins or what, but he just started getting a little more
I loved it.
Intense.
I thought it was amazing. Whatever it was great. If it didn't have it, would have never knew.
Yeah.
But that they had it, I loved every single second of it. His blades that had the lightsabers, what would you call them?
I don't know. Laser edge. I don't know.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they had the little knuckle things on them. They're like trench knives.
He plays a great bad guy.
Yeah. I think the accent helps.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like an American thing, though.
What, do we think that English are evil?
Yeah.
I think they're very charming.
Until they're evil.
Until they turn out to be evil, and I don't realize it because they've been charming me the whole time with their swarthy accents.
Yeah, because he goes like, Dryden, Beckett's here after he's stabbing the governor.
Yeah.
And he goes, I've been all worked up today. Put this in my room. I might need it again.
Yeah.
What? I loved it.
He grabs a big glass of wine.
Yeah, and then he was like, eat a little, drink a lot, party some more, or something like that. Yep. I'm like, this guy is a gracious host. It's amazing.
Very welcoming mirror.
Yes, most of them are, from what I've been told. Lastly, towards the end of the movie, I wrote Qi'ra, because I didn't know how to spell her name, but it's actually Qi space RA. Yep. Qi'ra. I love Qi'ra. I think she's amazing. I love Emilia Clarke. Both of us do.
No.
But just to keep bringing it up, why not?
Do it.
Qi'ra was great. When she took on, spoiler alert, when she took on Dryden Vos and was kicking the shit out of him, and she put that, she swung whatever that thing was, which was amazing, by the way. she swung whatever that thing was as hard as Anakin swung when he took out that Tusken Raider, and she put his little lightsaber dagger into his chest.
Yeah. And when he died, he turned like ghost white immediately. So he was some kind of creature.
You know what it reminded me of?
What?
Vision.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, he lost all his color.
And literally when he took that stone out of his...
He swung that thing in his chest. Yes. You could never hurt me. Dies.
Never hurt me. Stop it.
That scene does get me a little bit.
Does it?
Yeah.
I wasn't invested.
I wasn't until that point. So I was like, they're not going to go through with this. And they went through with it. And then they undid it.
Did they?
Yeah. Remember, she destroyed the stone, and then Thanos is like, now is no time to mourn. Now is no time at all.
Oh, I thought you meant at the end game.
No, I meant the end of Infinity War.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because he dead.
Oh, he's big dead.
Yeah.
Until the show, I guess. We'll see.
See what happens. Those are my likes, man.
Okay.
Stop talking. I'm going to let you go.
No, talk more.
Okay. No. Let's talk about Vision.
Talk more about Europeans and how you hate bicycles.
Wait, what?
I was watching Parks and Rec the other day when Ron gets his new gets Typhoon to cut his hair. Yeah, talk more about how you hate Europe and bicycles.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
All right, my likes. Woody Harrelson, right off the rip. He's a dirtbag, and he's not shy about telling you he's a dirtbag.
No,
because when they first show him, he's in Imperial getup on the battlefield, and they like kind of zoom in on it, and they don't. Yeah, he's like twirling his guns. He's just popping people left and right, and he's like twirling his guns on the battlefield, like showing off. And then they get a little closer to him, and then Han mentions it like a couple scenes later. He's like, "You're wearing laser burned armor, so either you healed from that pretty well, or you're wearing a dead dude's armor, and you're not with the Empire." So like, he's not above unscrupulous methods to get where he needs to be and do what he needs to do. Facts. And I like that in movie characters. In real people, I can't. I like that in fictional characters. It's a trait I really enjoy in people that don't exist.
Facts.
The train heist scene in general was amazing. I apparently like things from Westerns, even though I can't really tell you a Western movie I've ever seen that wasn't Wild Wild West or Shanghai Noon. What?
You haven't seen Back to the Future, I just remembered.
Yeah.
Damn it. They go to the West.
I know. Is that the second one or is that the third one?
I'm not telling you. Cause
I feel like it's the third one.
We got to watch it. I don't know. It's a fourth one.
Okay.
There's only three.
I know that's wrong, is it? I know that. Okay.
I'm not telling you. I'm not spoiling it.
Yeah, and the fourth one, Marty's the doc. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why I thought you were gonna go super dark with that, but whatever.
Oh, okay.
The time machine messed them up.
Aww.
Why did I say? Damn it. I might edit that out.
No, why not?
I love Michael. He's so great.
I was just, side note, I was just watching some Curb Your Enthusiasm the other day, and there's an episode in, I think it's the 8th season, where Larry's living in New York City, and he's living in an apartment, and the person above him is Michael J. Fox. And for one episode, they have a feud.
Oh.
And, like, because they're cool, and then, like, they're really not. And he tries to, like, invite him over, and they try to make amends, and Michael J. Fox, like, gives him a soda. And he fucking opens up, and it sprays everywhere. He's like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
What is that? Did you shake that up on purpose? And he just goes, Parkinson's. and then like, he's apparently stomping around, and he comes up. He's like, "What's going on?" And it's the middle of the night, and Michael J. Fox is wearing like fucking like Timberland boots, like steel-toed boots. He's like, "You're stomping around." It's like, "It's Parkinson's, man. I can't help it." And he's just pissing Larry off, and every time Larry tries to call him on it, it's like, "I can't help it."
You know the fun? He came out with a show, and I watched it, and it was hilarious. And it was also super cringy. Yeah. Because, like, you didn't want to laugh.
Yeah.
Because he was making fun of Parkinson's. Like, himself. Like, he was making fun of himself.
I mean, if you got it.
And, you're right. Like, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to make fun of it.
But I was, like, laughing, like, ha ha. Okay. Okay, like you didn't. I think that's why it did so bad because like I watched all the episodes. There was like 10 episodes or something. Like it was a season worth maybe. I think it went a whole season, but I watched like 10 or 15 episodes maybe, and I was like, "This is hilarious." And even the critics were like, "Yeah, we can't laugh at it though." And he was like, "No, laugh. It's fine. I fuck shit up." And he goes, "Yeah, but no." Like they liked him too much, but he's making fun of himself and like he's doing like I don't even know. He did something, and I was like, "This is horrible." Like if anybody else made this, I'd be like, "You son of a bitch!"
Right.
But it was so funny. I was just like, He just retired, by the way. He said he retired from acting.
Oh,
had like he says now it's getting too like problematic for him or whatever. Yeah, I know. I was sad about it, but whatever. Sorry.
Anywho, yeah, I opened that up myself. Sorry. Train heist scene was great. I'm gonna throw a couple characters out here that I really enjoyed. Chewy, what's up?
No, yeah.
Chewy, because of course. And Lando, Cape enthusiast Calrissian.
Man, that man.
Dude, Donald Glover knocked it out of the park for me.
He really
because
did.
He also talked like Billy D.
Yes. Donald Glover's
the fact
talented.
that he called him Han
awesome.
was amazing because he's the only one in the original trilogy who said Han. Everyone else was like Han, and Chewie's fucking choking him out. And he's like, and C-3 was like, I think he said Han. He's like, there's still a chance to save Han. And he's like, don't call me that. And he's the only one that does it, and it pisses him off. And I love that they kind of took the fact that he calls him that in the old ones and made it just him hating him, or not hating him, but like just being a dick to him because he can.
Yeah.
The card game scene, both of them, the sabacc scenes when they're playing cards,
yeah.
Awesome.
Sabacc.
Because because Han is apparently lucky inherently because he was taking everybody's money.
Yeah.
And then Lando cheats to win.
And if you think about it, Lando didn't have that much money either.
No.
Like he was beating them for real.
But he was probably also cheating.
But I feel like he only had the one cheat move. So he's
that's probably true because when he tried to use it at the end, he didn't have that one card, and he was like, wasn't there, and he's like, oh, you missing something?
Felt like Spider-Man 3. Or is that 2?
What? When he's like doing the different hand things? I think that's the first one.
No. That's when he was practicing, but when he kind of didn't want to be Spider-Man anymore. Was that 3?
I forget.
Yeah, it's something.
Probably because it's
I think it's 3 because that's why he ended up like putting it away or whatever, and then he like Venom came.
Yeah, he throws a suit out. Yeah,
so he's like
Spider-Man
because he falls and hits the fucking car garage and shit. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Back to Marvel.
Both of those scenes I thought were really cool. Also because they kind of take place in one of my favorite Star Wars settings, the like bar / like saloon or cantina scenes where there's just like a bunch of different aliens walking around or hanging out around a table and you just get to see a bunch of stuff. I like that. I don't know. Because there's a lot of really interesting, cool characters that you're like, they probably couldn't make that into a moving character because of there's a person in there that's having a heat stroke or just wouldn't be able to walk around in it probably. If it's even a person at this point, it's probably just CG. Fair. But I just love seeing all the different creatures that they come up with, and there's a ton of them around those sabacc tables. The Millennium Falcon constantly being referred to as a piece of junk.
It is.
Always.
But it wasn't at first.
No. Because they called it that without even seeing it because it was in like a impound yard.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this is probably a piece of junk.
Right.
And then they show it, and it was in perfect condition.
It really was.
And in every movie after that, it is a piece of junk because it just gets the shit kicked out of it constantly. Her?
Yes.
Was that shit funny or something?
Way to plant, Millennium.
Yeah, because it's constantly referred to as like the fastest ship in the galaxy by the people who own it. Mm-hmm. And everyone else is like, that ship looks like a piece of shit.
Yes.
That thing ain't gonna fly.
No.
It always does.
It always does.
But in this movie, and it wasn't until like this movie and the sequel trilogy, so you get to see that ship like actually move around, and you get to see it's not until those movies that you can see a lot of ships do that. Otherwise, you're just kind of moving left and right. And in the prequel trilogies, you get some good space fights. But yeah, you get to actually see the Millennium Falcon do some shit.
Shows what better.
Looked good. Yeah. Also on the Millennium Falcon, it's apparently among his closet full of capes, Lando has a disguise that Beckett wears. It's like that brown helmet with like the curly fang-looking things on it.
Oh, yeah.
Lando wears that in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, he does.
For his disguise.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's a neat callback or call forward.
I forgot about that.
However you'd say it.
Yeah,
I was like, that's his standard disguise, apparently,
nice.
Among capes. L3 was a really fun character. May she rest in peace. Or not, since she's part of the Falcon now. The accidental, like, robot droid rebellion that led to, like, a full-on prison riot was amazing. Because it just started out, I was like, get out of my way. What are you going to do? I don't know. Go free your brethren or something. I don't care. Just give me some space. And that helped a lot of people out.
Yeah.
And droids.
Yeah.
And my last thing I'm going to touch on, Han shot first.
Absolutely.
That's it. And
I loved it.
Until they fixed it, quote, fixed it, Han always shot first. In the original trilogy.
Are you one of those?
What?
About who shot first?
Han shot first. Because he's a dirtbag.
Does it matter?
No, but the fact that they changed it to him dodging a laser blast by, like, slightly moving his head.
I knew that they changed it.
I feel like him shooting first, he's a dirtbag. It's like he knew the guy was going to kill him, so he killed him first.
Yeah.
Same thing with Beckett. Beckett was like reaching for his gun. He's like, you got one more lesson? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You shot me. Because he was going to shoot him.
And it was the right move.
Exactly.
So
it was always the right move for him.
I never cared.
That's fair.
Because I never watched it.
Yeah.
But then I watched it, and I remember it became a thing. Like, okay, it was always a thing.
Because it became a topic of debate before they changed it.
Right. So I had no idea that it was.
I always feel like Han shot first.
Like, I watched. I was like, okay, cool. He killed this guy. Perfect. Because we're not mad at Obi-Wan slicing off a dude's arm for no reason.
Apparently.
Okay, cool. So.
Over, like, bumping into somebody at a bar. Hey, back off, man.
This guy was going to kill this man.
He's all right. I said back off. You're going to lose that arm.
So, I didn't care.
That's fair.
And so then...
But I like that he did it in this one.
So in this one, I thought it was a great callback. Because I knew he shot first. Yeah. I was like, yeah, he definitely shot first. It shows he shot first. Not a big deal that he shot first. Didn't care. Didn't matter. Whatever. Then they fixed it, and I was like, okay, make him look better. Perfect. Even better. I don't care. Entertain me. That's my going rate at this point. Just entertain me. So when they showed it this time, they're like, oh, he shot first. I'm like, yeah, of course he shot first. That's what he does. He's smart.
Yeah.
He's going to get killed if he doesn't.
Exactly.
Because I can tell you, he didn't laser sword first. You know who did? His fucking son.
Guess who he
Spoiler
probably learned
alert.
it from? Who do you think he learned it from?
Exactly.
Dear old dad.
Help me do this, Dad.
I did it, Dad. That's my boy.
Wipe yourself off, Dad. You're dead.
Exactly.
Boom.
He, it runs in the family, I guess.
Go ahead.
No, that's my last one. That's my last like.
I get kind of Star Wars people.
That's my last like. And I try not to be one of those fans, but that's the one thing that I'll talk about it when I see something that reminds me of it. I don't have a bumper sticker that says it. I don't have a fucking shirt that says it. I don't have like a pinned post on social media that says it. But I'll say it when it suits my needs.
I'm assuming that you know some people who have these things.
No, but I don't personally know people that have those things, but I've seen the pictures online.
I've seen it.
There's also I think it's Clerks 2. That they shit on Star Wars as someone shits on someone who loves Star Wars shits on Lord of the Rings, and then back and forth they
Kevin
go.
Smith. Yeah,
but
he loves Star Wars.
Yeah,
and he shits on it constantly.
Yeah,
all the time.
I mean, I'll talk. I'm like, hey, there's something I really like. It's not perfect, and I'll point it out.
I'm not mad at you. No. By the way, because
you can
whatever.
be.
No, I'm not though. I just
good. I don't want you to be.
It doesn't matter. I get it.
It definitely does not matter.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to get up in arms, even though I just was, about Han shooting first. But I'm not going to scream in somebody's face about it. I was like, well, he did.
He did.
That's it.
Here's my thing. The people who say he didn't, does it matter?
No,
that
because
I guess that's my point.
Because maybe they didn't see the original make of the movie.
Yeah.
Because all you can find anymore are the they don't call them special edition anymore.
Yeah.
But the special edition Star Wars
Yeah,
movies.
but I thought they just switched it for Disney Plus. I didn't think they switched it for...
No.
Oh,
that happened back on, like, I think it might have even been on VHS at that time when they did that. It was definitely on DVDs.
Because I've seen him shoot first.
Because there was Star Wars, and then there was Star Wars Special Edition,
okay, I knew that.
which had that, and that's the one they added in the CG Jabba in A New Hope, because he wasn't in it originally. When like Han's walking up to the Millennium Falcon and like Jabba's scooting along with him, and he steps on him, and it doesn't look quite right because that's not Harrison Ford really. They like computered it. Yeah, it's weird. Like each movie got extra stuff added into it.
Man, maybe I need to travel back to 1977 and watch it.
I used to have at my parents'. They might still be there, but they're probably not. But also, who owns a VCR in this day and age? We had the original tapes, or not original tapes, but like the theatrical versions of the movies. Yeah. We had the VHS tapes, and that's what I grew up on. And then it was like, "Oh, special edition! What's this?" And I was like, "This is really different, but it doesn't matter until it does." But again, like it's not something. Fair. It's not something that I wake up in the morning every day and I'm like, "On shot first." And now I'm mad about it.
On shot first.
Yeah. First thing I think about in the morning, last thing I think about when I go to bed at night. Special edition Star Wars ruined my life.
From when it hits the tip of my tongue until it's metabolized in the bottom of my stomach.
I love sweet, sugary Star Wars.
On shot first. No, that's fine. That's fair. All right, I'm done with that.
I mean, we are talking about Star Wars, so it's not wrong.
No.
But I am going to talk about it.
That's fair. I'm not mad about it. Again, I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it anymore.
That's fair. Okay, so those are your likes.
Yep.
All right, dislikes. Me or you? I went first, but it's up to you.
I'll go first on dislikes.
Okay, let's do it.
I feel like, spoiler alert, Beckett's crew dies. Is it Val?
Yeah.
And Rio die. I feel like they die too soon into the story for it to have much of an impact. For me, anyway.
Okay.
Because that's like the first thing they do together is the train heist job.
The war?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, after him, like, joining the crew, like, him and Chewy joining the crew officially, like, sort of officially, like, they go to the train heist. And then they go to the Dryden Vos's ship club. Yeah. Like, the first thing they do is the train heist. And Rio gets shot and dies, and Val blows herself up, and Beckett is torn up because he loves Val, but they mention it kinda like in passing, or like you get the sense that he does, and he loses it when she dies. But as like someone who had only known the character for like 10 to 15 minutes prior, I was like, if they killed her at the end, if they like saved them both until like the final, like if they had died during the rebellion scene on Kessel, I think that would have had more of an impact. Because like, but then it also would have been like, oh, half your fucking cast dies in that part because L3 also gets got there too.
That's fair.
I feel like, so I guess they couldn't bunch up all the deaths there, but the fact that they died kind of right after each other and pretty soon after meeting them, I guess they had dinner one time around a fire. I feel like there wasn't enough of a connection there for me to be like, oh man, that was sad.
I don't think.
I mean, not that needed it.
I'm not trying to, whatever.
But I wasn't torn up about it.
Yeah,
when it happened.
I'm not trying to whatever. You're just like, because you can just like, it's cool. I'll allow it.
Sustained.
I don't.
Sustained.
Yeah. So I don't think the death was supposed to be for us.
That's fair.
I think it was supposed to be for Woody Harrelson because, and then you think about it, they had to die to bring on Chewie and Han, because then Han wouldn't have a tight relationship with, and it ain't really that tight with Beckett if Val is there, because Val doesn't like Han.
Yeah.
So there's no way he would have learned.
Rio liked Han.
Yeah, Rio liked him.
And Chewie.
Yeah, but she did not. Yeah. And she liked Beckett liked Val more than, than he liked Han.
Oh, definitely.
So she had to die for him to learn from Beckett.
That's fair.
Because they wouldn't have, Han wouldn't have learned from him if Val would have stayed alive.
Yeah, because he still would have been like the new guy, the tag along guy. That's fair.
And then I think if they would have died later, we'd have felt too much of an attachment, and this wasn't supposed to be that for us. That's just what I think.
That's also fair.
Just what I think.
That's fair. But like, just for me, I felt like they were like, here's some characters, here's a couple scenes, and then they're just like, then they kill him. Which, it's fine. It's not a huge dislike, but it's one of mine.
That's fair.
My other one is, it's a like and it's a dislike. Darth Maul. I like that he's in it. I thought it was cool. Why? Like, they put him in at the very end, almost the very end of the movie, and like, oh, he's like the head of the Crimson Dawn. Okay, but why? Because like Dryden Vos was the big bad, like the bigger bad the whole time.
Yeah.
And like Qui-Gon says, there's always a bigger fish. But they saved that big fish until like the end of the movie, and like he shows up on the hologram things, like, oh, he's got his new legs, pulls out his lightsaber in a hologram, just so you really know who he is. If he didn't. And he's like, okay, Qi'ra, tell me what happened. And she's like, oh, Vos is dead. I couldn't save him, even though she killed him. So you and I, and he's like, well, you and I are going to be working a lot more closely. Come to Dathomir, and we'll start business over, I guess. Yeah. And so she leaves everybody behind and goes to do that. I just thought it was weird. They could have not introduced him at all, or like shown him in this movie at all, and I wouldn't have minded it, because he hasn't shown up in any other movies.
So that's fair.
Yet.
So now I just remembered this. Dryden Vos says, you got to answer to me. He's talking to Beckett. And he goes, you know who I answer to.
Yeah.
So that was like continuity for me now that I'm thinking about it. Because that answers somebody. Mm-hmm. And I guess... Okay. So this is what I think. I get the dislike. That makes sense to me. What makes... The reason why I think they did it had to be the Clone Wars. Had to be the TV show. Mm-hmm. That, like, there has to be something in there.
Well, I mean, the show had been out for a while already, and it's shown that he was still alive.
Yeah, but they just did a new season.
Yeah.
So
that was like this year or last year, wasn't it?
So I wonder if Qi'ra is in it in some way.
I haven't seen her yet, but I also haven't watched the newest season yet.
Yeah, I think it's the newest. That's what I'm saying. I want, because I agree. Then it just doesn't.
No, Clone Wars happens before Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, it does.
Because like the final newest season, the last couple episodes happen right after and during Order 66.
Oh, okay, fair.
So I'm not sure at what point one becomes another. Like how far before that. Or like how far before these characters even being born happened.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I don't know.
I don't either.
But yeah, I just for me it felt awesome to see. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. That was really cool. Because I saw it in the theaters like, oh shit, Darth Maul. Yeah, he is alive. Okay. But they didn't get to, because I was like, oh, he's a sweet character, and they put him in there, but he didn't get to do anything. And he made like some vague threats that may or may not ever get revisited. And that's the whole thing for me, is like, if another movie comes out with him in it, or another thing comes out and they continue from there, I'm like, okay, that's what that was for. Yeah. But until that, I'm like, it was cool, but like, why was it cool? Like, it was cool, but it might not have been cool enough for me to justify being in the movie. And that might be me nitpicking, but because again, it was cool, but what was it for? Like, I didn't need it to be there.
That's fair. Unless
they had shown him earlier. Unless they had shown like Vos talking to like a hooded character via hologram or whatever before, and then have him at the end. But that was the only time he showed up. But that's okay. But that's me. Those are my only two dislikes.
No, that's fair.
This.
I was just, so what I was thinking was, I wonder if the whole Crimson Dawn thing was a part of Darth Maul's thing. Like if it was a part of, like, if he made that crew because he's red and Crimson is red. So I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. It is what it is to me. I don't know.
If it comes up in Clone Wars, I'm not that far yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it doesn't. Because when you said the timeline, I was like, yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure.
Well, good dislike. I get it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. Both of them were good.
Aw.
There you go. That was it though.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I got. What do you got?
My dislikes. The movie itself is kind of dark. Dark, actually lit dark. Yeah. I get it. I say that about all my likes. I get it, but I don't have to like it just because I get it. And I understand like they were down in the sewers and it was super dark. And then when they showed the light, like on Proxima, it was like super light, and I was like, yeah. And then it went dark again. And then the whole city was dark. And then when they were on Dryden's ship, like it was kind of lighter, but it was mostly dark throughout the movie.
But it was like mood lighting in that one. It was like club lighting.
Yeah. But it wasn't that dark though in there. Not to me.
But it wasn't bright either.
Yeah, fair. I didn't like that.
That's fair.
I like to see shit. Also, I think my eyes are bad, but
I know my eyes are bad. I wear glasses.
Same.
So,
but the glasses are supposed to help, and I just thought it just looked super dark, and I don't like when movies do that. Like I get it. Like I heard this once. It was like, you can show me that a place, it's like Dark Knight or Gotham. So you can show me a place is like dark and poor and all these things without actually, the sun does shine on those places too.
Yeah.
And that's the point. It's like, I get it. I understand. But also, we have sunshine in the hood too. Okay? It's everywhere. This isn't the shadowy places a la fucking Lion King, okay? Whatever it's called. But either way, that was 1. 2. L3.
You didn't like L3?
I didn't.
That's fair.
But also, it's not her. I said L3, but also not L3. Let me tell you a couple of L3s I don't like. I don't like her. I don't like L3 on a PlayStation. It's stupid. I hate pressing that button.
Yeah, clicking the stick. What is that?
Yeah, it's so dumb.
It's never
like the right one's fine, but the left one, it's dumb. I'm trying to move.
Even the right one.
The right one's dumb too, but it's less dumb.
Yeah, it's less dumb than like like you said, you're trying to walk and you're like, click it. I'm going the wrong way now.
Exactly. This is why I don't play video games anymore. And also I suck at them. But that's neither here nor there. She was too much for me. I didn't. Honestly, when she died, I was like, thank fucking God. She was fucking annoying. And here's the thing. I understand her point of view. Like, hey, robots should have rights and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, fair. But come on. Everything was just so like, every time she spoke, I was just like, okay. And like that stuff doesn't bother me, so I don't want anybody to think like I'm this like super machismo kind of guy. Like, I don't care about your rights. That's not me.
So you're not a macho man?
I'm a little bit of a macho man myself. You can do it with anything.
I'm something of a metro man myself.
There it is. I just didn't care for her. She was just, when she was talking to Qi'ra in the front seat of the Millennium Falcon, I was like, okay, this is kind of funny, but also I don't care. I know he's not having sex with a robot. I get the innuendo, but also
definitely
I don't care. I don't care.
And she put hands on Clint Howard.
Also fair. But that didn't matter. Like, everything she did didn't matter. Like, her dying didn't matter. It didn't matter one bit. Like, Lando was upset about it. Like, okay, so I understand, but that's the thing. I understand she had a purpose. Like, she was the navigational, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's fine. I mean, R2-D2 had a map in his whole body.
They never mention her again.
No, not even. And Lando's like, all right, cool. Let me get a real woman.
When Lando gets back on the Falcon, I think was it Rise of Skywalker? He's not like, what's up, L3?
Yeah. Right.
And the lights like flash or something.
Right. Like, she's not Jarvis now.
Yeah.
Like, she's not. I just didn't care for her.
Yeah. He doesn't get on the ship. He's like, Who loves you, baby?
Yeah,
and
same.
then like the
Same.
lights go down or something.
That voice.
The bed comes out of the wall or some shit.
Do that thing. No, I just didn't care for her, and I really don't like her, honestly. I don't know. Whatever.
Reasonable.
Like yeah.
You don't have to like everything.
I don't. Last dislike. I kind of get it, but I didn't like it in the movie that Qi'ra stayed bad. But I don't know what other way she would, because she wouldn't have been.
Yeah, because she doesn't show up in the old ones.
No, she doesn't. But also, like, I don't know where else she could have turned. Like, she wasn't going to be like a homebody. She wasn't going to be like a wife or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I get it. Because when you're raised that way, because I mean, I don't know what the time was between when she was young and her and Solo was young to when they met again. I don't know what that time is, but when you've done dirt, when you've done stuff, it changes the way you think. Yeah. It changes what you want.
Because she said she was like kind of messed up. She's like, I'm not the same person anymore. Yeah. You don't know what I've done. You don't know what I've seen.
Exactly.
He didn't know.
And he didn't know. And that was the thing. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense to me. So, but yeah, those are my dislikes.
Yeah, it did kind of bum me out that she stayed, not stayed evil, because like she was with them, like she was on their side, of the side being let's not get killed by Vision, versus the let's let Vision kill everybody side. Like she was firmly on the side of not getting killed by him.
That's fair.
And then she like helped them double cross him at the end.
And that was my thing too. Like she helped them double cross. So my thing was she plotting the double cross to kill Vision no matter what? Maybe. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Because she didn't just like all of a sudden. But to be fair though, she was a beast. When she was working that little sword thing, I was like, okay, if this shows me anything from Game of Thrones, I might watch it. But I'm assuming it doesn't.
It's not.
So then, boom.
It's not.
That's it. That's all I care about.
Okay.
So yeah, those are my dislikes.
Okay.
So with that being said, Slushie Meter. I think you went first last time.
I think I did.
Okay. Even with limited dislikes, I'm gonna go 3.5.
Okay.
Story doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter for Han Solo's story. I get it. Again, I get it, but does it really change him? Does it really, like, I don't know. 3.5. That's fair. I got nothing.
And honestly, no, it probably doesn't really matter too much, because he gets his own story arc in the original trilogy. It was like when they first find him, he's like, I'm about the money. Pay me. I don't care about your rebellion. Mm-hmm. And then he comes back. Yeah. After he says I'm done with this. I got my money. And Luke gives him some shit for it. And he's like, whatever, kid. See you around. Yeah. And he comes back and saves his ass.
But that's the thing. Even in this one, he gave away the coaxium. Yeah. So it's like, are you good?
He was already like a morally decent person. Even though he did some scummy things or some scoundrelly things.
He never really did anything horrible.
No. He was a thief by trade, but who's to say he wasn't stealing from worse people? Because
here's the thing, he might be a thief, but I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, you know who else was a thief but was a decent person? Aladdin. Oh. Robin Hood.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The Joker.
Okay.
He was okay. I liked him.
Okay.
I liked him. Okay. I would have got down with him. Maybe.
Until he tried to kill you.
Yeah, I was say he was trying to
kill you. Until he made a pencil disappear.
Hey. It's gone. Either way.
All right. So, Slushie Meter for me. I'm going to go 3.75 because I did like this
you're
movie.
Getting the quarters, huh?
Yeah. I'm using them. If we kept this to like a firm,
we did
whole numbers, I'd probably have to give it a 3 because I don't think I could go to a 4.
Listen,
I'm going to go 3.75.
To be fair, I was listening to one of our earlier episodes today or yesterday, and I was giving you so much shit about your rankings the one time.
On what? What was it?
Jurassic Park. You gave it like a 4.5.
Did I?
And I was like, oh, okay. Well, you got to stick it. Like, I was being stupid because I'm an idiot. And yeah, I was like, I said something and I was like, what if it's like 4.6? You're like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to stick to the quarters. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like we never did. We always stick to the halves. And then now it's funny that you finally coming back.
3.75. I'm going to 3.75.
Like, I've seen this episode. This is a callback from the first episode.
You got to watch the old. See, you got to listen to the old ones to get the full thing.
I get it.
It's a flashback.
I get it.
It's a flashback episode.
It's a callback. It's not a prequel, but whatever.
Oh, it's a threequel. But no, I'm going to go 3.75 because I really like it. It's not my favorite Star Wars movie.
By far.
Yeah, but I still enjoy it. It's a fun movie. It's got some good stuff in it. And, I mean, Han Solo is one of those characters that a lot of people like.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it's hard not to like him for some people. I find him an enjoyable character because, like I said, I like fictional scumbags with a heart of gold. I don't know why. I got a soft spot for it, I guess.
Same.
And I enjoy it. And it's a movie about two of them, at least.
Yeah.
Being buddies until one of them shoots the other one, which was inevitable.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, I'm 3.75. It's a good movie. It's a solid movie. And I'm not going to say anything else about to justify it to anybody.
Yeah, you don't need to. I like it. That's why I stopped where I stopped. I was like,
yeah,
I'm okay.
Otherwise, I'm talking to myself at a certain point. I'm like, here's why you're doing it.
At this point, you just got to change your rating.
Here's why you're doing it. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm either going to go up or down.
Yeah, basically.
That's what she said.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it coming. That's what she said.
Damn it.
I set myself up. Nailed the joke.
Set me up again.
Either way. Okay. So 3.5, 3.75.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Solid movie.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie at all. It's actually it was better than what I thought it was going to be because I really just didn't care. Mm-hmm. So I also think I didn't care because I didn't watch the originals at first. I think that's another reason why I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, and that's I
really like Darth Vader though.
What's up?
I really like Darth Vader, so I don't understand why I didn't care about this.
Well, he wasn't in this.
Well, probably because of the prequels, honestly.
He wasn't in this.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm saying, like, I care more about Darth Vader than Han. But I think it's because I watched the prequels.
Yeah.
And Darth Vader is Anakin to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe that's why. Either way, solid movie.
I mean, Han's in the original trilogy, but it's not, like, about him in the way that the prequel trilogy is about Anakin.
That's also fair.
Because, like we said, those are Luke's movies.
Yes.
With Han playing a sizable role,
yeah,
but they're not about him.
Yeah,
he helps move the plot along, but he's not the one that it's about.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
So yeah, I can see where you're like, oh yeah, Vader. For me, Vader's awesome. Vader's cool.
I was gonna say,
Vader's
cool. I didn't want to. I was like, well, also,
he's also really cool. I mean, I think Han Solo's cool too, but like, Darth Vader.
Now, okay, so I just did a gesture of a gun, and my first thought was, because you're like, oh, Vader's cool, but Han Solo's cool, and I was gonna compare the powers or skills of each other, and immediately to my head I was like, oh, Han Solo's a Black Widow, perfect. Everybody else has laser swords.
He has no powers unless you consider being lucky and being good and also being terrible at lying to people at the same time of power or ability. Yeah. And being a damn good pilot.
I'm just messing, but that's what I thought. That's all I thought.
If you put the two in a room, only one of them's walking out.
Black Widow. As much as I hate her.
Well, can we at least make him Hawkeye then?
No.
Can we make him Ronin?
No.
Oh.
Qi'ra was Ronin. Did you see the way she was handling that?
Yeah, she did well with that sword.
Man, she was the way she held it.
She's Ronin and Solo is Hawkeye.
Oh, he would have got killed by Qi'ra. Qi'ra would have smashed.
Yeah, probably.
In more ways than one.
Because even though he kept going for that gun, she was like, I already have a sword.
She did. She was like, sorry. Gotta go for the weakness. You're my weakness. I was like,
and I'm yours. Yeah.
It threw me for a loop first time I saw
It's like
it.
a triple cross. Ridiculous.
Same.
Loved it.
And then that made what's the name comfortable enough to reveal he was also a secret agent.
Surprise.
And it's 6 o'clock.
I have crossbows. Everybody put down your weapons.
He was still in the action.
Everybody put down your guns. I have a sword. I have laser knives. Everybody put down your weapons.
He still had the accent though. It's everybody put down your weapons.
Going down for this.
Start the car. Oh my God. All right, let me stop.
I already declared it to you. This is not a game. You are out of order, sir.
This is my life.
This is my life.
All right. Okay. Let's get back on track. That was the end of Solo. So yeah, okay, so Solo, boom, done.
Wrapped.
Next up, Rogue One.
Yes.
Rogue One. Thank you for listening to Slushie Review. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Slushie Review and also Instagram at Slushie Review Podcast. And then search for us on YouTube, like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And then you can listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get podcasts. Anything else? Anything else?
Nothing further.
Okay. The defense rests. Okay. This has been Keith.
And Chris.
We'll see you next time.